What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel tonight, May 2nd, 2017. This is your official SmackDown Live review and results for tonight's show. Fallout from Sunday's Payback pay-per-view. Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens tonight is the main event for the United States Championship. The progress of Jinder Mahal, week number 3. Of Jinder Mahal's push. He's going up against Sami Zayn, Ty Dillinger in action. The continued build between Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler and the goddamn fucking welcoming committee. Are you fucking kidding me, Tom Phillips? Seriously? Is this what we do now? Is that their name? I need to know if this is the fucking name that WWE has supplied Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina Snuka along with James Ellsworthless, the welcoming committee. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? I think we all need a goddamn fucking welcoming committee every time we sit down to watch Monday Night Raw because we know we're headed for fucking disaster. At least we have the, hi, how are you, before the fucking show begins, you know? And then we can slip into a deep fucking depression. Anyway, SmackDown Live. I didn't like the show tonight, man. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, man. This show was 2 hours. It felt like 4. It honestly did. A lot of fluff, a lot of filler, a lot of things that really didn't matter to me. And that was SmackDown Live. Plus, we got a main event with a rematch from Payback that, honestly, we shouldn't have even been getting tonight. Because Chris Jericho should have never even won the United States Championship. This is WWE's way of fucking the fans. Oh, you think you got one over on me? Oh, you think Kevin Owens is going to win the United States Championship match at Payback? Done! Let's rewrite the script for a 28th time. Oh, Vince, that sounds like a great idea, man. That sounds like a great idea. You know, is 28? That sounds like the number amount of chicken sandwiches that Kevin Owens had tonight, man. Did you see how fat he looked? Him and Samoa Joe, man, they continue to raid Wendy's and Burger King, man. Anyway, you know that's exactly what they're thinking. Especially since Kevin Owens trimmed his beard. He looks a little bit more robust. But that's neither here or there. Let's get on with the review, man. Seriously. If you guys missed, speaking of reviews, the Monday Night Raw review. You know, I didn't do a Raw review last night for the simple reason I just didn't want to do one. I didn't want to do one. You know, I had other things to attend to. And I was just, sitting on my couch. And that was it. I'm like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up, man. I did it this morning, and it's already at like 20,000 views. So what is the difference? Honestly, I'm asking you guys seriously, what is the difference between me doing it after the show and then doing it on Tuesday morning? Does it really make a difference to you guys? What would you rather have happen? What would you rather prefer? You want me to do it after the show goes off the air that night, or you want me to wait till the next morning? Because I honestly thought today's review was well thought out. I felt refreshed. I didn't feel exhausted after the fucking 3.5 hour marathon. I got my news and my notes, and I got all the bullet points talked about. It's a great review, man. I gave you guys an hour today. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's live on the channel right now. Link will be in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of your screen. If you guys want to go check that out. If you missed my Payback review, that is live. That's up to 2,000 likes and almost 40,000 views. Thank you guys so much for that. Off the script this past weekend. I will be giving you guys an off the script extra video tomorrow. I didn't do it today because I didn't want to overload you guys with too much stuff because I had the Raw review this morning and then we were going to do this tonight, SmackDown Live, and then I didn't want to throw anything in there right away in the middle, Figured I'd save that for tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow's festivities before out of nowhere. But expect that. We got a lot of news and notes to go over for Off the Script Extra tomorrow afternoon. If you guys want to support the show, as always, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206 is the best way to do so. $1 a month goes a long way. Thank you to everybody that's pledged today and continues to support monthly via the Patreon page. You guys are unbelievable. Shout-outs coming this Friday for Off the Script, episode 168. If you guys want to check out Audible, I love my friends over at Audible. They are big sponsors of this show and this channel and Off the Script. They're giving everybody each and every week. I want you guys to take advantage of it. If you're thinking about it, go ahead and do it, man. It's free. They're giving you guys 30 days free to try their service with one free audio book as a bonus gift. Compatible with iPhone and Android. All you got to do is go to audibletrial.com/offthescript. You get your free audio book. You fill out the appropriate information, and you're all set to go. You start listening to whatever you guys pick out, and it's right on your device waiting for you, man. AJ Lee's new book, Crazy is My Superpower. You guys are loving that. You guys are cashing in like crazy on that. Daniel Bryan's book. Even if you guys don't like the wrestling-related topics and books, over 180,000 books to choose from, man. That's audibletrial.com/offthescript. We had our biggest month in April. Let's make May our biggest month and blow April out of the water, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting my friends over at Audible. Barbershopwindow.com is where you can find my official online shop for your Off the Script t-shirts. That's barbershopwindow.com/off the script. Great fucking quality because they're made by Pro Wrestling Tees, man, and we are an official fucking partner of Pro Wrestling Tees and Barbershop Window, man. $19.99, they ship worldwide. 9 different designs on there to choose from, plus the new Charlotte design coming soon, man, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then finally, we got LootCrate. We are now an official sponsor with LootCrate. Try LootCrate.com/offthescript, and that includes WWE Slam Crate. Use the coupon code JDFROMNY at checkout for your instant 10% off. Thank you guys so much for all that. And as of course, follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and subscribe to the YouTube channel down below if you have not done so already. And hit that bell for the notification, man. Plus news this coming Friday on the IRW network, which is being manned by Eric Bischoff, man. So I got news on that and where my direction with that is going to go. And I'm going to make your subscription worthwhile, man, because I've been thinking all day, pondering all day about what I can do for you guys, because it's going to be a paid monthly subscription. I'm going to give you guys the best fucking podcasts anywhere, man. So I got to lay it out for you, and I got plans. I just got to put them in motion. And I think this is going to be good, man. And hopefully you guys think it's going to be worth your while. So news on that coming this Friday on Off the Script. Oh, JD, where's the review, man? It's coming. Don't worry about it. Here we go. SmackDown Live, man. I didn't like tonight's show. It honestly felt like a Raw, even though the show was 2 hours. We started the show off tonight, and I'm happy to see them, continuing on and pushing Jinder like a main event guy, and they're not like taking a few steps back here. They need to continue his momentum, even though it's not going to be as strong as what we've seen in the six-pack challenge. They had a nice little backstage photo shoot, and they had a nice little promo there with Jinder and Shane McMahon. So they're making Jinder feel a little bit more important by having him there next to Shane McMahon, and he's taking pictures of himself with the WWE Championship. He's all dressed up, nice and fancy in a suit. Shane McMahon walks in and said, around these parts, around SmackDown, you have to earn your championship gold. He's like, you don't just steal it. So this is not yours. This does not belong to you. Jinder Mahal said it's only a matter of time, and then he'll thank him for bringing glory back to his show, he says to Shane McMahon. Shane said he should first be concerned with his opponent tonight, which is Sami Zayn, which was very interesting to me, a very interesting choice in opponents. Sami squashed Jinder Mahal about, a month ago on Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes, and now here we are, and now Sami Zayn has to do a job to Jinder Mahal. Doesn't really make much sense to me. We'll talk about that in a second. Shane took the belt off of Jinder Mahal, walked away, and said it was going back to its rightful owner. Shane McMahon then came out to the ring with his entrance music. He did his little dancing spiel, and they hyped up Mahal versus Sami Zayn again, and he immediately welcomed the newest signee to SmackDown Live, the newest member of the SmackDown Live roster and the United States Champion, Chris Jericho. Jericho entered the ring, and loud Y2J chants rang out through the arena. They were live from Fresno, California tonight, by the way, clowns. Forgot to mention that in the opening. Shane said that he'll defend the title later on against Kevin Owens. AJ Styles interrupted almost immediately before anything was said. He said, Jericho, a lot has changed since they were both on the same show together. And AJ Styles, loud AJ Styles chant, by the way, broke out. He said that if he hasn't figured it out yet, Jericho, you're standing in the house that AJ Styles built. And that is a damn fact. He said that he doesn't forget about the past. He said that they had Y2AJ shirts once made up for both of them. He said nothing would please him more than to take the United States Championship from him at Backlash if he is still the champion by the end of the night. Jericho said he made Owens tap out of Payback, and he'll do it again to you, AJ Styles, at Backlash. He said that he is the new face of America, and he might put Styles on the list if he doubts him again. Out comes Kevin Owens. And I want you guys to, I didn't really notice this until I seen my buddy Justin LaBar mention it on Twitter. If you look at Kevin Owens when he walks out, his graphic that's on the ground, of the stage, it's got a big Kevin Owens face. I found this very interesting. It might be a little, I don't know, it's like a superstition, I guess. When he sees his own face on the stage, it's a big blown-up face of Kevin Owens. Owens walks out of the stage and he walks around his face. He doesn't step and walk across his face. It's got to be some sort of superstition. You know how some sports teams have their own things that they do before the games. They won't. They'll do a certain something, or they won't do a certain something. This is Kevin Owens' way of not doing a certain something. He doesn't want to walk, over himself before he hits the ring. So it's got to be some type of superstition. I found that to be very, very interesting that he brought that up. And I never even noticed that until he actually said it tonight on Twitter. I wonder if you guys noticed that same thing. Owens walks out, and he said, it's pathetic to see Jericho, Styles, and Shane arguing about things that do not matter. The crowd chanted, you tapped out. He had his I believe it was his right hand taped up. Because of the attack from Chris Jericho at Payback, where he attacked the hand because Jericho was frustrated that Kevin Owens continually put his hand on the rope every time he had the lion tamer or the walls of Jericho applied. I wish he would bring back the lion tamer. That shit's brutal, man. The walls of Jericho is just a standard Boston Crab. Doesn't really do much. The lion tamer is where it's at. Don't know why they don't allow him to bring that back a little bit more often. He says that it doesn't matter because tonight he takes back the United States Championship. Jericho, if you think the Festival of Friendship was bad, you have no idea what's coming your way tonight. He also told Styles to get the hell out of my ring. So Styles did exactly what he did. He got the hell out of Kevin Owens' ring, and he made a beeline right for Kevin Owens, and they brawled on the ramp. Shane and referees intervened. They pulled them both apart. Main event is set for tonight. Jericho versus Owens. Rematch from Payback for the United States Championship. Very good opening segment. Jericho's there, introduced as the new United States Champion. Kevin Owens is there. He's introduced as the challenger who's willing to take his title back no matter what. AJ Styles was there, just letting both of them know, listen, whoever the champion is, I'm gunning for you at Backlash, man. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Jericho or Owens. I am going to get my shot regardless, and whoever is the champion, it's coming home to me. It was a very, very good segment. Nothing really memorable, but it did its job to set up the main event and position AJ Styles in the eyes of fans as the next challenger for the United States Championship. And I liked the little taste of, I would say, intensity we got from Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. A match I'm very much looking forward to, and a match I could definitely see main eventing Backlash in 3 weeks. Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal. Let's talk about this. Jinder Mahal and Sami Zayn. I don't understand why WWE continues to pick guys out on their roster to be enhancement talents one week and then made to look strong the next week. There is nobody else on the SmackDown Live roster to give Jinder Mahal tonight in a match. Did he really have to beat Sami Zayn? Now, I understand Sami Zayn lost because of outside interference. It was beyond his control with the Singh brothers there. But it's still a loss. It's an L for Sami Zayn. I don't understand that. You couldn't book Sin Cara. Right? You couldn't pick, who else you got on there? Somebody. You couldn't put Aiden English in there, right? I mean, give me a fucking break. I don't understand why Sami Zayn was squashing Jinder Mahal about a month ago before the Superstar Shakeup, and now Jinder Mahal is beating Sami Zayn. Now, I understand Jinder Mahal needs a win, and he needs a win over a credible opponent going into his WWE Championship match with Randy Orton, but, I mean, why do you have to put Sami Zayn out there when your job should be, as well as pushing Jinder Mahal, to build Sami Zayn up at the same time? Because Sami Zayn's going to be a big piece to SmackDown Live for the remainder of this year. Now, I know it's 1 week. I might be complaining for no goddamn reason, but it's just silly to me that they pick Sami Zayn out of everybody on this roster to lose to Jinder Mahal after Sami was the one squashing Mahal about a month ago. I don't understand it. Match was decent. Sami Zayn tried to make a comeback about halfway through. You know, he tried to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb. It was blocked. He didn't even get to apply that. He tried to go for the Helluva Kick, but one of the Singh brothers yanked Mahal out of the ring before Sami actually connected with the Helluva Kick. Sami then was about to do his signature dive over the top rope onto both Jinder Mahal and one of the Singh brothers. I don't know his name, forgive me. But as he bounced off the rope, the other Singh brother on the opposite side of the ring tripped him up. This gave Jinder Mahal an opening for a brief second to come in, apply the Cobra Clutch Slam on Sami Zayn, pin him 1, 2, 3. So Jinder Mahal wins. He beats Sami Zayn. He was busted open in the mouth. Something happened there in the match where Jinder was bleeding from the mouth. Don't know if it was a busted tooth or a busted lip. I don't know, but there was some blood involved here. Jinder Mahal, I'll tell you this, man. I like the opening promo with him and Shane. It makes him a big deal. He carried himself well here. I am still not sold on Jinder completely in the ring. The guy's capable of going in the ring. I'm just not completely sold on him being a main event talent in the ring, fighting for the WWE Championship. You know, he's got the look. He's carrying himself well. They're positioning him well. They've done a lot of things right. They've done more things right with Jinder Mahal now in 3 weeks to get me ready for this match in 3 weeks than I thought that they would. But we're at a point right now where we know the match is happening. We know he's going to be fighting Randy Orton for the WWE Championship, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet to totally believe in Jinder Mahal. He may be doing a lot of things right. He's carrying himself well, like I said. You know, the match wasn't, a perfect match with Sami Zayn. There was a few blown spots. Some sloppiness here and there. But, I am not on board yet. They haven't made me believe yet about Jinder Mahal. They got 3 weeks left to do it. Hopefully we inch closer and closer to making us believe that Jinder belongs in the main event. Or at least the WWE Championship match. I don't think it's going to be the main event at Backlash. I think Owens and AJ Styles is going to main event. But regardless, they got to make me believe, and hopefully they inch closer to making us believe that he belongs in a WWE Championship match. He beats Sami Zayn with his Cobra Clutch Slam finisher at 12 minutes. Becky Lynch was walking backstage, and she walked up to her 4 favorite ladies, Natalya, Tamina, Carmella, and James Ellsworthless. Natty made her case to Becky, saying that they should all be on the same page, that they're looking out for Becky. Charlotte stabbed her in the back so many times. If anybody should be getting a title shot, it's Becky Lynch. Charlotte comes to SmackDown Live is automatically gifted championship matches. Something needs to be done. You know, Carmella said that nobody has her back. We are here to have your back. Don't let it go this way. Join us. Natalya said they need each other and can make SmackDown their show. But Becky really didn't say anything. You know, she's never thought about joining a faction or having anybody have her back. And she said, listen, I'll think about it. I will think about it. Let me take some time to think about it. You know? There were rumors going around that Becky Lynch was or is planning to turn heel. That WWE and the SmackDown Live creative team has plans to turn Becky heel. You know, so we all wondered, is this the night that they're actually going to put those plans into motion? And please, do not tell me that their name is the Welcoming Committee. That is god-awful. The Welcoming Committee? Alright, Charlotte's been on SmackDown Live for 3 weeks. There's no more need for a fucking Welcoming Committee. Please, either come up with a name for these ladies as a unit, you know? Actually, they don't even need a fucking name. This is nothing but a temporary thing. Temporary thing. This is just putting all these ladies together so that Becky and Charlotte and Naomi have opponents for Backlash. That's all it is. Because I could see them doing a 3-on-3, 6-women tag at Backlash. They don't even need a fucking name. But please, stop calling them the fucking Welcoming Committee. Nobody is being welcomed anywhere. Everybody is positioned. They're on SmackDown Live now. Next week we'll make a month. There's no more welcoming committees needed, bro. Cut it out. Ty Dillinger, back in action. He went against Aiden English. And it was a squash. What'd you expect? New variation of the tiebreaker. Instead of doing the traditional float-over guillotine neckbreaker that's usually done by AJ Styles, this time he had him in a fireman's carry position, spinned him around, and dropped him face first on his knee. That might be the new finisher that WWE's going with, you know, there for him, because the old one was too similar to what AJ Styles was doing. But Ty Dillinger wins regardless. Dillinger is, you know, over. He's not in anything important right now. I'm concerned about what they're doing with him at Backlash, because right now he doesn't have an opponent for Backlash. So, we're gonna see what happens, man. WWE really hasn't put any stock in Ty Dillinger. He's over. You know, he's over, but he's just, right now, after 3 weeks, he feels like just another guy. You know, they're not making him feel special. He was special in NXT. You know, they made him feel a little bit more important in NXT. But right now, all they're doing is making him out to be, oh, the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. You know, that's all they're making him out to be. And he needs a little bit more than that. They got to get behind him a little bit more. Give me some backstory on him. You know? Give him a credible fucking opponent. Get him to a feud already. You know? I don't understand what they're doing here. 3 weeks left till Backlash, and Ty Dillinger doesn't have one goddamn feud waiting for him. Hopefully they do something. If not, we might not even see Ty Dillinger at Backlash. But he beats Aiden English after the match. Aiden English was fucking crying. Don't know why. Then we had Renee Young. She attempted to get an interview with Chris Jericho about his U.S. title defense. He called her Ronnie. I guess she looks like a man. I don't know. Aiden English walked by, crying about losing to Ty Dillinger. Jericho said, listen, there's no crying on SmackDown. You know? Jericho said, listen, you got a lot to be proud of. You're on SmackDown, you're good looking, you're a successful guy, you got hair on your chest, you got a nice singing voice. He said, life is good. He said, when you cry on Chris Jericho's show, and he put him on the list. Put Aiden English on the list, and he put Ronnie on the list, too. He didn't put Renee Young on the list, he put Ronnie on the list. Whoever the fuck Ronnie is, I don't know. But Aiden English and Ronnie, she walked off. Aiden English continued to fucking cry all the way down the hallway. Speaking of hallways, we had Shane McMahon and Dolph Ziggler have a nice little backstage a little backstage meeting because they did the promo for Backlash, which features Nakamura. Great fucking promo for the pay-per-view. Ziggler says he hasn't even proved himself for the match on SmackDown yet, and they're hyping him up like the biggest deal ever. You know, so obviously Dolph Ziggler's jealous. So Shane was walking by, sipping a bottle of water. The people he was talking to winced as Ziggler complained about Shinsuke getting so much attention. Dolph Ziggler said that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, those brains are building an entire SmackDown Live pay-per-view around a guy who is not even here. He's not even on the show. Shane explained to Ziggler that he introduced himself to you last week. He tried to introduce himself to you last week. Ziggler said he remembers that, and he was really impressed with his entrance. He says that tonight he will show Shane that, you know, the real way to impress people when he wrestles, Sin Cara later. Oh my God, I can't wait. Can't wait for that blockbuster fucking match, man. Should be match of the year. Anyway, moving on, we had Dasha Fuentes interviewing Charlotte backstage. The welcoming committee will not stop, and they will do the inevitable and try to stop the queen. Same shit until the welcoming committee came out and sneak attacked Charlotte during the interview. They attacked her 3-on-1 and laid Charlotte to waste right there in the interview area. Just as Naomi was making her way to the ring, she was supposed to team with Naomi tonight against Carmella and Natalya. So that match started off 2-on-1, and I gotta give props to Naomi, man. I gotta give props to Naomi. She is great, number one. She's really come a long way. She's opened up a lot of eyes since really being positioned as the top female right now on SmackDown Live. Her offense is, and you can even look with who she was in the ring with. Carmella sucks. Carmella is bad. I don't care what anybody says. Natty is good. Natty's always been good. You can see the difference in Carmella and Natalya. It's like fucking night and day. But when Naomi gets in there, she's just vastly different than Carmella, Natalya, and even Charlotte. You know, her offense is so innovative. It's so, you know, it's so high flying. And it's very, you know, I like this, man. I like what she's doing in the ring. She's not doing anything else that the women are doing in the women's division on SmackDown Live. She's trying her best to stand out. And that's what Naomi is. That's why Naomi is so successful right now. She stands out in everything that she does. She's got a great personality. She is attractive. She is the one woman with the best entrance on SmackDown Live. That's different than anything else in the entire fucking WWE as far as women go. And she's got high-flying offense that you take notice of. And it's different than anything else that anybody else is doing in the women's division. So it's very tough, just like Alexa Bliss on Monday Night Raw. It's very difficult to not like what Naomi is doing right now. And I am a fan. I am definitely a fan. Now, this was a 2-on-1 match, but it really didn't make sense that Shane was just back there. Shane was there with Dolph Ziggler. And then immediately, he sees, or I'm sure he caught wind of this welcoming committee attacking Charlotte. You know, why wasn't anything done about that? Why is he rewarding the heel team here and allowing them to go out there 2-on-1 to fight Naomi? It doesn't make any sense. Nothing was done about that. You know, those little logic gaps that WWE seem to just not care about, you know? But it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. So mid-match here, Charlotte comes walking down. Her music goes off. She's limping, selling the attack from the welcoming committee earlier on. She makes the hot tag. She gets into the match. She starts doing knife-edge chops, and she starts taking care of both Natty and Carmella. And Naomi was trying to rally back against Carmella here late. And thanks to distractions from Natty and then Ellsworth, Carmella actually pinned the champion. Carmella, of all people, pinned the women's champion. And she yanked the tights. She had a handful of trunks for the pinfall. Natty and Carmella win in about 15 minutes. The attack was well done. The fact that Naomi was left alone, which I didn't really know, what they were doing here. I thought they were going to really sell the Charlotte injury until she came out, which then it made all sense after that. And Charlotte got a nice reaction. Surprised by that. Charlotte got a nice reaction coming back and making that babyface comeback. Crowd was really into it. It ended up being nice. It ended up being a nice segment. And Charlotte got some legit babyface reactions, which is good to see. Because that's what they're doing with her, and that's how they're pushing her now. After the match, Becky Lynch comes out, and she tries to make the save because there's a beatdown of Charlotte and Naomi continuing on after the match was over. Becky comes down to try and just, get everybody back on the same page here. And it looked like Becky was about to tease a heel turn. She shook the hand of Tamina. She shook the hand of Carmella. She shook the hand of Natalya. She gets to Ellsworth, and she wants to shake his hand, but says no. Bring it on in for a hug, man. So Ellsworth comes in for a hug. She shoves Ellsworth into all the other women, and then she starts a big brawl. She's eventually taken out by a huge super kick by Tamina, and all the baby faces are left just lying on the ground. The welcoming committee standing tall as they go to the back with Carmella's music blasting on the PA. Looking like we're getting a 3-on-3 tag team match at Backlash. Do not be surprised if you see it. Becky, Naomi, and Charlotte versus Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina Snuka at Backlash. Dolph Ziggler versus the Green Smurf, a.k.a. Sin Cara. What the fuck was this guy wearing tonight, man? Are you kidding me? Yet they drafted this guy to SmackDown Live for what? For what? Is he auditioning as Papa Smurf's new fucking personal assistant? What the fuck is this, man? You couldn't keep him on Monday Night Raw to, either put in the Cruiserweight division or realign him with Kalisto, who's doing nothing over there. He's being fucking thrown in dumpsters by Braun Strowman and being shoved off stages in a dumpster, right? They couldn't do that. That didn't make logical sense to WWE here, right? No, they want Sin Cara on his own, right? Yeah, because the most value in Sin Cara is when he's on his own, correct? Give me a fucking break, man. Dolph Ziggler and Sin Cara had a 6-minute match. It was kind of competitive, I guess. Dolph Ziggler explained to Shane McMahon, watch what I do when I go out to the ring, man. I'm going to show you how you earn it. But Sin Cara got some surprising offense in on Ziggler, and Ziggler eventually wins this match with a huge super kick on Sin Cara after a moonsault attempt. 1, 2, 3. Knocked him out cold. Ziggler wins, beating the Green Smurf. Go back to fucking, what's his name? Papa Smurf and fucking Smurf Village. Please. Fuck off SmackDown. Nobody wants to see you. Anyway, we went from that to probably, and I'm not bullshitting you, my favorite segment of the evening. It was a spoof on Law and Order with Breezango, and it was titled The Fashion Files. This was hilarious, man. I thought this was well done. Very well done. They went to the Fresno fashion department, and Tyler Breeze was sitting in front of a typewriter, and Fandango comes in, and they're dressed in their fashion police outfits. They're looking sharp. Breeze has trouble typing and pronouncing Fandango's name correctly. They talked about how the Usos have violated many rules, including jaywalking and Jimmy walking. Breeze said that the big bust is going to go down on May 21st in Chicago at Backlash. So that was pretty entertaining, man. I got to give them that. I like that they got a nice little segment there. I like that they got, some FaceTime to build up who they are and what they're doing and who they're going up against at Backlash. Very nice segment for both Tyler Breeze and Fandango, man. Really, really enjoyed that. In the main event of the evening, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Jericho won the United States Championship from Kevin Owens at Payback on Sunday. And this was exactly what we seen on Sunday night. Exactly what we seen on Sunday night. The only difference is this match started out with Owens having his hand taped, and they made the hand and the bandaged hand a focus point in this match. Jericho immediately went right for the hand, and that was a big part of the match. Every time he got a lion salt in, they always made mention, or not a lion salt, a lion tamer or a Walls of Jericho. They went right for that. It's the hand. It's the hand. In the end here, Jericho goes for a baseball slide. Owens moves, hits a super kick that I fucking hoped knocked Chris Jericho back into the realm of writing good music, because his new single, I don't know if you guys heard Fozzie's new single, Judas. I mean, when you got one of the world's best guitar players in Rich motherfucking Ward in your band, and you don't allow him to write the way I know that he writes, just go listen to Declaration of a Headhunter by Stuck Mojo. I mean, Jericho, come on, bro. What's with the poppy, fucking two-riff, radio-friendly fucking songs? Are you kidding me? Fozzy, they haven't done anything good since their debut album, which only included 4 original songs and 8 covers. Come on, bro. Gotta do better than that. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They needed a single. They needed a big single, which is being used for the official theme of NXT TakeOver Chicago, by the way, Judas. So, it's a radio-friendly song. It's a jumpy song. It's one of them jumpy metal songs with a nice beat, with a nice rhythm section. That's all it is. No solo. It just repeats over and over again. It's verse, chorus, mini breakdown, verse, chorus, and then Rich Ward doing something that resembles a solo, but I didn't really enjoy it. I thought they could have done much better, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Usually bands release the shitty songs first and then save the best for when you actually buy the album. But a big super kick that I hope knocked some musical sense back into Chris Jericho. Follow that up with a DDT on the ramp, on the steel. Owens hit another super kick in the ring. Near fall, Jericho kicked out. Owens picked up Jericho, rolled him up for another near fall. And then he hit the pop-up powerbomb, came out of nowhere, covered Jericho for the win. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens is your new United States Champion. He should have never lost the United States Championship. After the match, Kevin Owens destroyed Chris Jericho. Paramedics came to check on Jericho. Owens climbed back into the ring post-match, hit another pop-up powerbomb. He then was saluting the crowd with the United States Championship. More refs came down, forced him to get out of the ring. Jericho was being helped to the back. And again, Owens attacked once again. This time he grabbed the steel chair, wrapped it around Jericho's head, and slammed Jericho and the chair, wrapped around his neck, into the steel ring post. Jericho looked like he was busted open, and he was being attended to by the officials as the show went off the air. This was a great way, a very effective way to write off Jericho from SmackDown Live. He will not be in WWE, I believe, for May and June. Okay, so he needed to lose the title tonight, which, again, I don't understand because I know WWE knows his tour schedule. Jericho is leaving for the United Kingdom, I believe, on May 5th. So I don't know why they gave him the United States Championship only to have Kevin Owens win it back tonight for a second time. So Owens has one more title reign than he really needs, which is unnecessary. It pads his stats, I guess, his fictional stats. But Jericho was going on tour with Fozzy on Friday. And I'm sure WWE knew that. It really didn't make any sense to give Jericho the win at Payback if they knew all this information going into that show. So I don't understand it. WWE, again, did it to spite the fans. You know, you guys think Kevin Owens is going to win, is going to retain the title? We're going to fucking throw you for a loop, man. We're going to give Chris Jericho the title. Just because. Fuck you. That's why. So Kevin Owens wins. He's going on tour, is Jericho. And the beatdown was good enough to give him a rest from WWE action, to write him off television. They have another couple of weeks to go before Backlash. And I am going to enjoy seeing AJ Styles and Kevin Owens now being built up for the next 3 weeks, with the United States Championship being the focus on SmackDown Live, man. Gonna be a great match. Gonna be a great main event for the pay-per-view. Could be WrestleMania worthy between those two at Backlash. I fully expect it to be. And I can't wait for WWE to start fleshing out this card, man. We got 3 weeks left to go. Right now, it's rumored that Nakamura is going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. That's pretty much a guarantee right now, but it hasn't been officially announced. Nakamura versus Ziggler. We got the 6-women tag, so it's probably going to be the Welcoming Committee versus Naomi, Becky, and Charlotte. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. The Fashion Police versus the Usos are going to take place for the Tag Team Championship. Ty Dillinger still needs a match. Sami Zayn still needs a match. We got Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship against Randy Orton. I wouldn't mind seeing Ty Dillinger versus Sami Zayn, to be honest with you. I say book it. 2 guys on the up on SmackDown Live. 2 guys ready to prove themselves. Just put them in a match together. Works for me. That's a damn good show, man. That's a damn good show. Better than Payback, if you ask me. Just based on the card. Pretty excited for it, man. And it's in Chicago, so you know that crowd is going to be on fire. Can't fucking wait for that. And that was SmackDown Live, man. If you enjoyed the review, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. And I will be back tomorrow with Off the Script Extra with more news and rumors right here on the channel, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript for your free 30 days of Audible service. Patreon.com/JDForMNY206. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your t-shirts. And try LootCrate.com for your subscription monthly of WWE Slam Crate and everything that Loot Crate provides. Follow me on Twitter at JDForMNY206. Hit that subscribe button and the bell with the notification. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Off the Script Extra. Have a great night. I am JD, and I'll see you guys right back here, as always, with more WWE news and rumors. I'll talk to you later.